Hey guys, it's Krystal. I was thinking about you. Just was harvesting my garden and thought I would make a video. This is Coupon Nerds. We talk about how to get paid to shop, getting free things, stuff like that. Sometimes life hacks, resources, various things. So while I was out here harvesting my garden, I'm like, yeah, let's show some people. So I know most of you are probably expecting an immaculate garden. Just you wait, I have a surprise. You may be disappointed but also shocked. So I wanted to put this out here. If you don't know, the local libraries almost everywhere across the country during the spring has free seeds. A lot of other community organizations have seeds, free seed packets where you can grow your own herbs, fruits, vegetables, etc. And so that's an option you can keep in mind if you are struggling to pay for produce. I know that's something we don't get rebates for usually or coupons on. That's why a lot of my overage when I'm couponing goes to things like that, like dairy products, fresh produce, etc. So if that applies to you and you are always trying to figure out how to get some more fruits and vegetables in your diet without spending a fortune, because those are getting more and more expensive, I just wanted to share this video with you. So if you have even a windowsill at your house, I'm sure you can grow something, some kind of herbs, tomatoes indoors. There's arrow gardens now. There's all kinds of hacks where you can do this yourself, starting with a mason jar or an egg carton, various things. Especially if you get free seeds, your cost is basically zero starting out. So I'm going to show you my harvest. This is, I think, my fourth harvest, garden harvest this year, and voila. Yes, this is an actual wheelbarrow that I have, and this is not my first or second or third harvest of the year. This is my fourth, I believe, and these are all zucchini and yellow squash. To show you scale, this is my hand, and most of these zucchinis are larger than the size of my calf. It's hard to tell because they are covered in this yellow squash, which was supposed to be straight-necked yellow squash, and they are all crooked-necked. So not exactly sure if there's another name other than yellow squash, but that's what I ended up with this year. There are tons of those, and I did get one cucumber so far, which is great because last year I killed my cucumbers. I know, but that's okay. So yeah, this is my harvest. Those are some zucchini, some yellow squashes, various peppers, a couple tomatoes that actually fell off the vine. They're not ripe yet, but they fell off the vine. We had a bunch of like heavy storm rains and winds and stuff. And then these are actually incredible. These are sun sugar. They're like low acid tomatoes. They're like cherry tomato size, but a lot of mine got bigger because they were left on too long. They are amazing. So go get you some, grow some next year if it's too late where you live. If not, go find some. Amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. So this is my fourth garden harvest, like I said 100 times. And are you ready? I'm going to show you my garden. Now, it's a myth that you cannot grow anything in the city. You can't grow anything without special soil and special additives and incredible discipline with weeding and, I don't know, fertilizing, all the things. Let me just tell you, that is not true. I do the best that I can. I do understand that when you weed, when you fertilize, when you keep pests, different insects off your plants, you have a better harvest, a larger harvest, more abundant, all the things. I do know that, I have that knowledge, but to practice that is a whole other story with my schedule. So I work a couple jobs, including my own business, which has been picking up, Coupon Nerds. And so, yeah, quite busy, do a lot of ministry in various places, rehabs, jails, and correctional facilities. And so life is a lot. So I'm about to show you. Are you guys ready? This is what my garden looks like. It is not Pinterest ready, okay? So some of you may freak out because not everyone shows their junk. Look at it. It is a mess. Do you see all this? So this year, knowing who I am, let me zoom out. Knowing who I am and how I get with my schedule, I'm still trying to find balance in all the things. I did space out my plants. I made this much larger. than my garden was before. And I did space out all the plants. It's hard to tell now because they're so large, but I did plant them in a manner that I can fit my rototill in here to till up all in between, which you can see I clearly have because there's less grass there, but more around the plants that I need to get better and go in there and pull it all out, the grass. So that's an option if you're like me, but let me tell you, again, imperfect, poorly kept. I mean, I do my best to maintain it and harvest it and whatnot. You could tell by the size of my zucchini. It's been probably over a week, maybe almost 2 weeks, maybe not that long. At least a week since I've harvested my garden. So a lot of these that are super large were on here too long. That's why they kept getting big. And there are still zucchini. I don't know if you can see, probably not because they're green. There are still zucchini and squash. Squash are a little easier because it's yellow in there to see. There are still tons of zucchini and squash and peppers and tomatoes on my plants in this garden. But just, I'm gonna keep them on a little bit longer. Anyway, you don't have to have a green thumb. You don't have to be a perfect gardener. You don't have to have these immaculate raised flower beds with the special soils and all of the, I don't know, proper nutrients and pH and get all that tested and whatever. Those things are great. I know a lot of people who take pride in having those types of gardens, and they do well for the most part. I mean, everybody's subject to whatever weather. It's been weird here in Ohio. Super hot, and it didn't rain for a long time, and then it rained a lot, and then off and on, and some storms and crazy humidity and poor air quality. Everybody's subject to that, even if you have an immaculate garden and you weed every single day. So this is mine. Again, super shocker to a lot of people. People don't show this stuff on social media unless it is immaculate, but I wanted to make this video to let you all know that if I can grow fruits and vegetables and collect all of those in just 1.5 weeks or whatever, like I've collected at least twice this already, maybe triple, about 2.5. Anyway, I've gotten a lot already, and we're still the last day of July, so we still have a couple months here, or longer for fruits and vegetables and whatnot. So anyway, if I can do this with my garden looking like this, I know it's crazy, right? All that grass and all them weeds. You can definitely grow something. So I just wanted to encourage you, maybe if it's too late this year, definitely make a plan for next year. Hey, I'd like to plant some tomatoes, some potatoes, some corn, watermelon, squash, whatever, tomatoes, whatever you and your family will like. It almost costs nothing to start a garden. I didn't put any soil in here. I did rototill. The previous years my dad has helped me rototill, find somebody. You can do it by hand, of course, but for such a large garden, the video doesn't do it justice, honestly, but for such a large garden, this would have been a nightmare to look at that jungle over there. Those are my sun sugar tomatoes, and there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds still on there. But yes, this would have been a nightmare to do by hand. So thankfully I have a weed eater, or a rototill. I actually have 2 now, and so my dad came over and we just had 2 going at a time, multiple times. Got this baby rototilled, and then a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I got in here and rototilled to get the grass up, but didn't finish picking up the grass around the plants, and so that's why that's kind of big and overgrown, but we're gonna get there. Yep, this is my garden. If I can do it with my garden looking like this and like this, I know this is horrible. Don't judge me, garden people. I do know the proper way to garden. If I can grow things in this hot mess, you can grow anything, especially in your windowsill, okay? I know this is super large. You don't have to do something this crazy big. My garden, I can't even see here. My garden was just a teeny tiny thing here, and then last year I doubled it, maybe 2.5 times, and this year I don't even know. It's maybe 6 or 8. It's a lot. It's actually much bigger in person. You can't even tell in the video, but especially since I put so much room in between all the plants each way so that I can get in and out with the rototill to make my life a little bit easier. Yes, I know that you need to stake and or put cages around your tomatoes. Like I said, life has been lifing and I have super neglected this. That's why I wanted to put up this video. Don't shame yourself. If you're busy, you got kids, animals, all the things. I also have my chickens over there. I know I need to trim my bushes, but they're over there somewhere. I just gave them some carrots. So anyway, yeah, life is a lot. We all have something, but if I can get that kind of harvest with this kind of garden, you can certainly grow something in your windowsill or a small thing in your flower bed, or something this large. If I can do it, you can do it. So I just wanted to share this. Don't be ashamed if your garden ends up looking like this. I don't know if you can tell because it's so bright in here. I'm having trouble seeing on the here. There are hundreds. You see all these green tomatoes and stuff? There are hundreds of tomatoes growing in here. So even though it looks a hot mess, yes, it would be nicer looking. It would be easier to maintain. It would be easier to harvest. All of these things if my tomato plants were caged, if they were supported. My basil, incredibly overgrown. I think I'm showing it on here again. The screen's so bright. Yeah, super crazy, right? You would have a better harvest if you maintain this better. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just saying, look at the harvest that I got. That was like my 4th harvest, and a hot mess garden. Nothing spectacular. I have 3-foot poultry fence. Yeah, I got 150 feet at Menards. I had to get 2 rolls because my garden is so large. But yeah, you don't even have to do that. A lot of people nowadays don't even have a fence around it. So check out what you can do. Hopefully this encourages you. I would say don't be like me and neglect your garden if you want the best result. But I just want to get on here and say, not everybody has Pinterest-worthy gardens, okay? You can do it. Buy plants if you don't want to get seeds. That's what I ended up doing. I only bought 3 zucchini plants, and they were twins, so I had 6 plants, but an animal ate 1 before I got my fence up. So I ended up with 5 and then planted a cucumber plant back there last minute. So yeah. Hopefully this encourages somebody. Again, don't be like me and neglect your garden. But if you are, you can still grow stuff, okay? Whatever we put our hands to will be blessed. That's a promise in the Bible. If you believe it, you can have it. So anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. And if you have any ideas on how to use all of these squash, or anything you see in this video, put some recipes or links down below. And if this encouraged you, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know. I hope that you grow something, especially if you can get free seeds at your library or another community organization. So keep that in mind. Super cheap, almost free way to get you some fruits and veggies. All right, hope this helped. Thanks for watching. Bye.